Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Haribo. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Gaura Premanande, Jayam Vishnupad, Paramahansa Paribhajagacharya, Ashtottara Satasri Srimat, His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanaravindra Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki, ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki, Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Prabhupada Anuga ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Cheva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. We're reading today from Bhagavad Gita as it is. And we want to welcome all of you to Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev and Subhadra Mai's Mandir temple. We have got the great fortune of being situated at the lotus feet of their lordships and at the lotus feet of Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who has so wonderfully preached the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita all of this world and given us this great opportunity for discussing it with all of you. I'm reading from chapter 5, text 7. I'm sorry, chapter 7, text 7. For those of you who are online, chapter 7, text 7. Mattah paradaramana anyat kinchit asti dhananjaya mayi sarvamidam protam sutre manigana viva. Please repeat. Mattah paradaram na anyat kinchit asti dhananjaya
Kinchit asti dhananjaya
mayi sarvamidam protam
Mayi sarvamidam
sutre manigana iva.
Sutre maniganathiva
Mattah parataram na anyat
Matta pardaram
kinchit asti dhananjaya
Kinchit asti dhananjaya
mayi sarvamidam protam
Mayi sarvamidam
sutre manigana iva.
Sutre manigana iva.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: O conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. Purport: there is a common controversy over whether the supreme absolute truth is personal or impersonal. As far as Bhagavad Gita is concerned, the absolute truth is the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, and this is confirmed in every step. In this verse in particular, it is stressed that the absolute truth is a person. That the personality of Godhead is the supreme absolute truth is also the affirmation of the Brahma Samhita, Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha. That is the supreme absolute truth personality of Godhead is Lord Krishna, who is the primeval Lord, the reservoir of all pleasure, Govinda, and the eternal form of complete bliss and knowledge. These authorities leave no doubt that the absolute truth is the supreme person, the cause of all causes. The impersonalist, however, argues on the strength of the Vedic version given in the Shvetashvatara Upanishad. Tato yad utarataram tadarupam anamayam yadetar viduramritaste bhavanti atetare dukkhameva piyanti. In the material world, Brahma, the primeval living entity within the universe, is understood to be the supreme amongst the demigods, human beings and lower animals. But beyond Brahma, there is the transcendence, who has no material form and is free from all material contaminations. Anyone who can know him also becomes transcendental, but those who do not know him suffer the miseries of the material world. The impersonalist puts more stress on the word arupam, but this arupam is not personal. It indicates the transcendental form of eternity, bliss, and knowledge, as described in the Brahma Samhita quoted above. Other verses in the Shvetashvatara Upanishad substantiate this as follows. Vedahametam purusham mahantam aditya varnam tamasat parastat tameva viditvati mrityumeti nanyapanta vidyate yanaya yasmat param na param asti kinchit yasman naniyo na jyayo asti kinchit vriksha eva stabdho divi tishtati ekas tenedam purnam purushena sarvam. I know that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is transcendental to all material conceptions of darkness. Only he who knows him can transcend the bonds of birth and death. There is no way for liberation other than this knowledge of that Supreme Person. There is no truth superior to that Supreme Person because he is the supermost. He is smaller than the smallest and is greater than the greatest. He is situated as a silent tree, and he illumines the transcendental sky, and as a tree spreads its roots, he spreads his extensive energies. From these verses, one concludes that the supreme absolute truth is the supreme personality of Godhead, who is all-pervading by his multi-energies, both material and spiritual. Om Tat Sat. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavati Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, welcome to everybody. We are reading this shloka from Bhagavad Gita, which says, Mattah parataram na anyat. Above me there is no other truth. Mayi sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. Everything is resting on me, just like a string carries all the pearls of the necklace. If I am not there, the necklace is finished. I am holding up everything. Dharayami ahamojasa pushnami chaushadi sarva somo bhutvo rasatmakaha. The planets in space are held in position by me. In this way, Krishna, the supreme absolute truth, is declaring himself. Bhagavan, God, is explaining himself, who he is, how we should understand him. Since we have no idea about anything when we are born, Janmana jayate shudra. Samskarat bhaved dvija. It's mentioned when anybody is born, even the most intelligent person, when he is born, even in a big Brahmin family, very, very sophisticated, he's a Shudra. The word Shudra means I don't know. Shudra does not mean some low-class person alone. You become low-class when you don't know about God, you don't know about yourself, you don't know about anything. No knowledge means, according to Vedas, you're considered low-class. So everybody is low-class when they are born. Even the prince, Janmana jayate Shudra, because you don't know. You don't know. But then, samskarat bhaved dvija, by performing purificatory rites and by then getting educated, you come to know. But the problem is not this type of education that we are having. This type of education only helps us to forget what we know and get to know things that we don't need to know. That's not what is the meaning of education. What is being spoken here that you don't know is, who am I? Who is God? What is this world? What is my relationship with this world? Why do I die? What am I supposed to do? Identity about yourself. When you get to know that, then you are in knowledge. Then you know. So Krishna is telling, there is nothing to know about me. Mattaha parataram na anyat. If you know me, you know everything. Yasmin vijñāte sarvamevam vijñātam bhavati. By knowing whom, everything gets known. There is nothing that you need to know. If you know the supreme absolute truth, Krishna. Mattaha parataram na anyat. There is no truth above me. So that is why Arjuna is asking questions to Krishna. And he's asking about other topics also, about this world, about me, who am I, and who are you? He's asking Krishna, tell me more about yourself. And in this way, Krishna is explaining very kindly, very nicely, very mercifully. That is why Bhagavad Gita, if you read, you will see nobody answers questions like this. Nobody says to you, there is no truth above me, unless he is a madman. Unless he is a madman. Everything comes from me. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattas sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajate mam buddha bhava samanvita. Who will dare speak like that? Everything material and spiritual is coming from me. Intelligent persons will understand this and worship me. Who will say like that? Nobody will think of like that. Their thinking is not so big. The thinking is not so big. Most of us are thinking about when is the next time I can actually get some enjoyment? When will I get some money? When will this worry will stop? This. So many small things we think about all the time, and we are busy in that world. We are kept very busy. Nobody is going to think, even falsely, I am the Lord and creator of everything. Even a madman may not think. But only one person can really think. Who is that? The person who is really the creator. And he is boldly stating it. Mattaha parataram nanyat. There is no truth above me. Everything, I am the foundation. Everything comes from me. He's stating it. So it's very unique. Nobody will talk like this. Nobody will talk like this. Unless you are a person who is actually what is being spoken about. Because nobody even thinks of speaking like this. There's no need for me to speak like this. But Arjuna is asking questions for which he's giving answer. How is this world created? How are these energies operating? Who am I? He asked all these questions, and so he's answering. He's answering. And he's answering very briefly to the point. But in this world, you will see many people, they want to actually get all the praise and center for themselves. So much egocentric they are. Sometimes they claim to be something they are not because of their desire to be respected like that, although they are not. So most of the people in this world will like to hear about themselves. If you talk about me, it is very sweet for me to hear. If you talk about somebody else whom I envy very much, it's very difficult for me to hear. It's bitter. However much I don't have any qualities, still if you talk great about me, I love to hear. And because you talk good about me, I'll talk good about you also, although you are a useless idiot. In this way, there's an exchange in a mutually praise exclusive society of one person praising the other. Urshahamscha vivaheshu gitam gayanti gardaba. Parasparam prashamshanti ahorupam ahodhvani. In the Panchatantra tale, there is a story of the donkey and the camel getting married. And these are amazing animals. Donkey, you know, in Coimbatore, you can see here and there, everywhere, braying on the side. Very special. And I don't want to imitate that braying. You all know how it is. Then the camel is even greater. You got very odd looking, structure. So the camel and the donkey decided to get married. So it must be amazing marriage. It's a love marriage. They've fallen in love with each other. By the way, so the camel is telling, Utsrahamsya vivaheshu gitam gayanti gardaba. Gardaba means the ass. Ass started singing. And the marriage is very happy, getting married to camel. So it started singing. And you know, it is the last animal who should sing. But he started singing. And the camel said, Aho, Dhwani, what wonderful voice you've got. And then the donkey returned and said, wow, Aho Rupam, what a wonderful form you've got. Camel, you know how it looks. Each praise each other. Are, kya chalta hai? What is wrong? It's free. You praise me, I praise you. It doesn't cost any money. It makes us both feel good. Why not? So this is a world where everybody likes to hear each other praised. And it is sweet to the ear. So many people come up in their life by flattering their people above them, their bosses. You flatter them, they'll give them anything. It'll give you anything you want. Because the sweetest thing for me to hear is my name and something great about me. So most people know this trick and they climb the ladder by doing this. So the weakness of people in this world is they want to be known as something that they are not. That they are not. But Krishna actually is speaking facts. He's not boasting. But he's speaking very less about himself in Bhagavad Gita. He's keeping to the point. I'm answering the question. But if you read Bhagavad, you will see there is devotees praising the Supreme Lord, and there is no limit to it. They give much more information than what Krishna is given about himself. They go very deep into analysis of Krishna's Leela, his pastimes, why he did what he did. And it becomes very sweet. The devotee's description about Krishna, his greatness, his Leela, his pastimes become even more relishable. Even more relishable. So Krishna is only stating facts. What can I do? I am the Supreme Lord. And you're asking me a question. So I have to tell you, I'm sitting in the chariot. I'm your Sarathi. I'm your driver. But I happen to be the Supreme Lord. But I happen to be the person in everybody's heart. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto mattah smritir jnanam apohanam cha I am sarvasya chaham hridi, hridaya, in the heart, I am situated. Not only that, I am the Supreme Lord, I am also situated, guiding every soul in the heart. And everything is coming from me, it's my energy. And then he also shows him this universal Vishwarupa form. Then he also shows him all the Kauravas are going to die. See, fast forward, I'm showing you. Because you are my devotee, I'll tell you all this. What's going to happen also, I'll tell you. So don't worry, Arjuna, you are my dear devotee. Bhakto sime sakha cheti. You are my devotee, my friend, everything. Nimittamatram bhavasabhya sachan. Simply become my instrument. Simply become my instrument. So Arjuna understands Krishna, and then he will declare Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, Purusham, Shashvatam, Divyam, Adidevam Ajam Vibhum. I heard Asito Devalo Vyasa Swayam Chaiva Bravishi me. The great sages Asita, Vyasa, Vyasadeva, and all of them were telling me this, that you are the supreme absolute truth, you are the origin of everything, and now I am seeing it myself. You have declared it, and you have shown me this Rupam. Adbhuta Vishwarupam you have shown me. So you are Parabrahman, Paramdhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan. Supreme you are. I declare it. I've come to know about it. So by reading Bhagavad Gita, you will come to know who is God. Technically, scientifically, informatively, factually, you will come to know. And that is knowledge. That's most important knowledge. Because if you know Krishna, you will know everything. Not only that, because you get to know him and his greatness and everything, you will fall in love with him. You will develop bhakti, love for the Supreme. And that is your greatest fortune. That is your greatest fortune. Because who are you and me and all of us? We are all part and parcels of that Supreme Lord Krishna. Eternally, we are all his servant. Ekale Ishwara Krishna Arasabha Britya. Britya means servant. And in that position, we become very happy. Our identity, what is it? Who am I? If you ask yourself, it's not that you are a housewife. It is not that your name is Shyamala. It is not that you are Elon Musk. It is not that you are Mark Zuckerberg. It is not that you are a useless idiot. It is not any of these things which people think and people talk about. Everyone, including birds, animals, insects, and trees, and all of them have an identity in association with the Supreme. When we belong in our relationship with the Supreme, we have our real identity. Separated from the Supreme, we have different material identities. I am black, I am brown, I am fair, I am tall, I am short, I am American, I am Swedish, I am Nair, I am Reddy, I am Naidu, I am Gounder, I am rich, I am poor. All these are material identities and designations. Krishna is explaining that you are my part and parcel eternally, forever. Today we see a lot of discussions going on that I am Aryan, you're Indian, you're Hindu, you're that faith, this party, that thing, this thing. So many discussions are going on. And communities of people are creating confusion in the society. And people are all going and catching these identities and thinking they are this, they are that. But Bhagavad Gita tells us, you are none of this. You are an eternal individual soul, part and parcel of the Supreme. These are the advantages. So people who are devotees of Krishna, who understand this, they don't go and waste their time saying, I am this, I am that, and fighting in community, one community against the other, one party against the other, one nation against the other. Right? Lord Chaitanya told us, Naham Vipro Nachanarapati. I am not a Brahmana, I am not a grihastha, I am not a sannyasi, kintu prodhin nikil paramananda gopi bhartu padakamala yora dasa dasanudasa. He said, I am simply a servant of the servant of the servant of the beloved gopis of Vrindavana who are so dear to Krishna. Gopi bhartu padakamala yora dasa dasanudasa. Kulashekar Alvar, he also told us that Tvadbritya Britya Paricharaka Britya Britya Brittasya Britya Itimam Shmara Lokanath. My Lord, if you can consider me to be the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of your servants, my life is successful. Such a great personality, king, very powerful position. He's saying, this is my identity. If everyone accepts Bhagavad Gita, accepts this identity, everybody can be very happy because we will not fight with each other on material terms. Because you're black and I am white, I don't fight with you. Because you're tall and I am short, I don't fight with you. Because you're camel and I am donkey, I don't fight with you. I simply respect you, love you because you are part and parcel of Krishna and I am also part and parcel of Krishna. We have the same father, so I'm automatically connected with you. I'm related with you. You know that relationship we all have, we feel I am not related to you when we look at each other's materially. The moment we see our common father, we immediately become related to each other. Oh, I belong to the same family. I belong to the same family. Whenever devotees see me anywhere, whether it's a Shri Vaishnava, a Madhva devotee, a ISKCON devotee, anywhere, immediately they start smiling. And I also feel I should smile at them. I know you. I know you. You're Krishna's devotee. I meet people when in the airport, in the international airport, I meet some from Croatia, some devotees. They just call upon me from across the airport, Maharaj, Hare Krishna. I also shout Hare Krishna. And everybody else is wondering why these people are shouting across the airport. But they are feeling good. Look at these people. Nice. So I don't know them also. There are some people passing through. Some devotees passing through. I have never seen them. They have never seen me, but we recognize each other. I feel instantly I'm part of your family. They feel I'm part of your family, so I want to greet you. I may not know you, does not matter. So it happens very often to me that people come and say, Maharaj, Hare Krishna, you don't know me, but I know you. Oh, I can't come to know you now. So when you become a devotee of Krishna, so many people who don't know you get to know you automatically. And you become part of the family. Become part of the big family. Krishna is the Supreme Father. He's saying that in Bhagavad Gita, Pita hamasya jagato mata data pitamaha. I am your father, I am your mother, I am your grandfather, I am everybody for you. Eternally, not only in this lifetime. So, we welcome all of you to join the Krishna family. This is a statement of Bhagavad Gita. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada traveled the whole world and told everybody, your father is Krishna. It does not matter you're German, American, Australian, African, Russian, or anybody. Everybody comes from Krishna. In this way, he united the whole world with a common father. It's very amazing that people somewhere in Russia, in America, in Australia, and in Africa are able to relate with that because they read the Bhagavad Gita. And they find this is very nice explanation of myself, of God, the world. That's why you will see, if you read the Bhagavad, you will see amazing stories of the family of Krishna, of different people becoming included in the family because they want to be. And different people in the family serving Krishna and experiencing wonderful love, bhakti. So life becomes filled with happy stories of Krishna consciousness. Everybody here is busy telling their own story. according to their own identity. I am so and so, I belong to this community, this race. So I have this ancestry and this is my story. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. But actually, none of those stories will last. One day you will die. Then the story is over. Your story comes to an end. But Bhagavad Gita is about his story, Krishna's story. And there he is telling, you belong to me. Mama ivamsha jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. Mama iva amsha. You belong to me. You're part of me. Just like the mother and the father are telling the child, you are my child. He's saying, you belong to me out of affection and love. Right? So we belong. Where do we belong? We come to know that. And then when we come to know that, we become very peaceful. There is nothing more to search for. I become very cozily situated, comfortably situated in that belonging. So in the Bhagavad Gita, you get to know everything about yourself, about the world, about God, and factually, scientifically, practically, you can practice this in life. It is practical to express your love for the Supreme Lord, who is your Father. The more you know about him, the more you tend to like. And the more you like, the more you want to serve. And the more you serve, the more you become associated, linked, and close. Then your bhakti develops. Your devotion develops. Your sambandha, your relationship also develops. So it is very simple in Kali Yuga to practice Bhagavad Gita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, came and told us how to do it. Like we did now, joined together and we chanted Harinama. It is very enjoyable because we are chanting and we're relating, we're connecting with Krishna. So everybody likes to do it. Whenever we do Kirtan, I see the youngest person to the oldest person takes part in it. They feel good taking part in the Kirtan. Kirtan means singing the Kirti of the Lord, singing the fame of the Lord through his names. We are now speaking Bhagavad Gita, that is also Kirtan, talking to you about Krishna. Reading Bhagavad Gita is also Kirtan. Hearing is also Shravanam. All this keeps us connected with the Lord. So we are trying here regularly. We have an academy. We teach Bhagavad Gita in different levels. We teach even the Bhagavad levels. You can write an exam and get certified. We'll train you to talk about this to others. You can become a teacher and we can spread this good message and increase the Krishna family and make more people happy. And make more people happy. There are all sorts of people in this world. And if they all somehow or the other get in touch with the real information of life, they will all transform, they will all change. So you can become an instrument of change. You can learn it yourself, you can realize it, you can be happy, you can give this happiness to others. It's free. No charge. Krishna is giving it free. And we all give it free. Because we know everything belongs. Ishavasham idam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. Everything belongs to the Supreme. In this way, human society can become a very happy family with Father Krishna in the center. That is ideal human society. But to take God away from the civilization is complete nonsense. You will never be happy. World is suffering because of lack of God consciousness. The God factor is not something that is senseless, fanatic, or any of these other things that say. They say because they don't understand. If they read Bhagavad Gita very carefully under the help of a person who can be their guru and instruct them, they will appreciate it very much. So Prabhupada, he explained the same Bhagavad Gita all over the world and many people appreciated it. And they all became Krishna Bhaktas. So we are asking all of you also to seriously read Bhagavad Gita. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and simply worship Krishna, and you will become very happy. We welcome you. Om Tat Sat.
Any questions? No one have any questions?
You can ask question in any language. Except Greek and Latin, I don't speak. In Tamil, in Hindi, in Malayalam, in Telugu, in English. Okay, they understood everything.
Hare Krishna. இந்த ஞாயிறு கொண்ட நிகழ்ச்சியானது கடந்த 30 வருடங்களாக நம் திருக்கோவிலில் மிக கோலாகலமாக நடைபெறுகின்றது. இந்த ஒவ்வொரு